Zach, you want to talk about XDefiant? I don't know how much you've played, but
4 days worth.
oh, okay, you're getting some time into it. I saw where it like really exploded with like player count and shit like that.
Yeah.
I saw like a lot of like videos of like the hitbox was kind of fucked up, and they're
Yes.
patching that. And then I saw people calling the game already dead because it's like I think their verdict of it being dead was using Twitch and Warzone having like 72K viewers, and XDefiant already dropped below it at like 60K. So they're like, "Oh my god, it's dead already! It's a dead game." And I'm just like, I mean, it didn't have a hard drop, so I don't know if I'd call that a dead game.
I mean,
but
I didn't realize that was a metric.
that's a
Also-
metric people definitely use, which is stupid, but they use
weird
that.
to compare it to
Warzone.
like the,
Yeah.
the flag bearer.
Trust me, I get it. I think it's stupid, but that was the conversation I saw this week.
So
But
a BR versus a shooter?
basically, yep.
Okay, I'm gonna try to lead you into this because I don't. What is XDefiant?
So XDefiant, as I would best describe it, is a faction FPS. And I say faction because there's 5 factions as the game releases. Each faction has 3 characters in it, but each character is just cosmetic because you choose one of 2 faction abilities. They all share the same ult based on your faction. You have a passive based on the faction. So it's teams of 6. There's currently 5 game modes. And more or less, they're all objective based. You have escort, which best way to describe it would be Overwatch. You have a dog drone that you escort from one end of the map to the other, or you keep it from moving from one end to the other. 2 rounds, 10 minutes at most. Well, I say that. Probably 15 minutes at most, give or take. So there's escort. There's I can't remember what they call it, but more or less it's point control. Same concept as escort, just instead of escorting the dog drone, you take points. When you capture the first 2 sets of points, more of the map opens up. Capture next 2, map opens up for the final point. Each 6-man team takes a turn attacking the points and defending the points. Whichever team either captures the most or in the quickest time wins. Same thing with the escort. Whoever pushes further or completes it faster wins. Then you have Occupy, which is more or less King of the Hill rules. Zone spawns for a minute. You get points if you're in the zone. Then it moves. Classic Domination, 3 points on the map. You control points. You capture points to gain a score. And then Hot Shots, which is just kill confirmed, with a spin in which once you get so many confirms of the pickup, you become a hot shot, and now all your confirmed pickups are like double points, and you become faster.
You said that one was like kill confirmed.
It's kill confirmed.
Okay, I like kill confirmed. Kill confirmed's fun.
Is it a random? Is it like a lottery game mode, or do you actually get to pick which one you play?
There's playlists. So you have the initial newbie playlist, which is for ranks 1 through 25, which is just escort, occupy, domination. Or you can open up all playlists, which is open to you at the beginning, and you can choose one specifically for the game mode, or you can create your own that searches for the specific game mode you want to play.
That's what I was wondering if it had, because I always prefer when it gives you the option to go, I want to play these 3, not these 2.
Yes, you can most definitely do that and create your own playlist. And I mean, overall, I've been playing it consistently. It's been very fun for me. Props to Ubisoft. There is a battle pass and there is a cosmetic store, but it is solely cosmetic. Everything, all the weapons, characters, and factions can be unlocked just through gameplay. The only faction that's locked is initially DedSec, and you either have to farm 700,000 XP, which I'm halfway there after 4 days of play, and that's with only 1 day of long play. And or you can pay $10 to unlock them immediately.
So and you say the factions give you whichever faction you play. Is that cosmetic or is that like ability?
Ability. So each faction has 5 abilities. No, they're not. 4 abilities. 2 active abilities, which you choose one, which you can swap out at any time during a match. You can, like anytime during a match, you can change your loadout or change your faction you're playing as. Current factions are Cleaners from the Division, Phantoms from Ghost Recon. I assume they're from Point Break, but I could be wrong. I didn't play that one. Libertad, which is the Far Cry 6 crew. The DedSec from Watch Dogs 2. And very specifically, Watch Dogs 2 is what they're designed like. And then Echelon, Splinter Cell. In which
It's pretty cool that it's based off all their other properties.
in which each faction sort of has a very significant role in terms of like team comp if you really want to mess with it. Cleaners I consider as your assaults because all their abilities are very focused on killing. You got their passive, which makes all their bullets incendiary, so they cause fire damage, but the downside is their weapons don't shoot as far. Their ultimate is they get a flamethrower and they just burn everybody. And then their two active abilities is an incendiary drone that you toss forward, leaving napalm behind it and exploding at the end of its reach. And then a firebomb for the longest time, which I didn't realize was just a Molotov, because half the people who use it just charge into the room, throw it on the ground, and explodes themselves and everyone in there.
Well, yeah, that's the optimal way to use a Molotov.
And the best part about it is it leaves a big old fire zone wherever they throw it. So for the longest time, I thought they were just blowing themselves up because when I read it, I was just like, it says firebomb, so it's a throwable. Because I read all the abilities before going in, but when in game, I went, I never see a cleaner use a firebomb. Where's the firebomb?
No.
They just run in and blow up.
No,
see you playing
it's
it.
just a bomb of fire.
I can see you playing it and be like, why are these guys always like committing suicide? What's
Exactly.
happening?
That's exactly what happened. And which is the worst part because I was playing Phantom. They're sort of your tanks, defenders, sort of hold zones. Their passive is they have more health than everyone. Their ultimate is they create a bowl shield around them with a fancy shotgun. So you block all bullets, and if they want to come fight you, they have to come into your bubble with your shotgun.
I got an answer to that. Firebomb.
Exactly. That's exactly what they do. And then their active abilities is a mag shield, which shoots out a projectile in front of you, and it creates a sort of slightly dome in front of you, which your bullets and allies' bullets go through, no enemy bullets come through. And then my personal favorite, the Blitz shield. I literally just pull out a shield and run at people. Which is very entertaining because nobody runs Blitz shield, so nobody knows what the fuck to do against it. Except for the few cleaners who do know how to do it, and they just go, fireball!
I was gonna say everything you've said. I could tell who like what I would play as just based off the brief descriptions. I'm like I'm group firebomb or fucking like whatever it was the sentry you throw out that creates the fire behind it. 100%. It's like I see that and I go, I'm always playing that. I have a solution to everything.
I was looking at it, I was like, John would play a cleaner.
Yeah. There's a one answer to everything. It's fireball.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't work, pull out the flamethrower.
Just fire. Just use fire.
Yes. Libertad is the healers, but healing in that game is really weird right now because, as you mentioned, the hitboxes are really wonky.
I've seen video. It's bad.
Yeah. So more or less, if you get in a gunfight, you either win or you're dead. And even if you win, you're probably dead because you got 20 or less health.
Right. Okay.
But they're your healers, so they have an AoE heal, which is just immediately around them, or they have a deployable heal, which heals in a specific area until it's destroyed or time expires. Their ultimate is just a field of heal that gives everyone in it 2 life bars, making their health double and constantly regen, making anyone in the goddamn near impossible to kill. And then their passive is just they proc everybody's health regen quicker when they're around. Which makes healing even harder because when you try and run up to people to heal them, by that time their health regen's kicked in and you're like, fuck! Then Echelon are recon and espionage. They have a invisible ghillie suit, which if they're standing still and they have that activate, you're not seeing them. Unless you're just really paying attention, you're not seeing them.
Right.
And then a sonar beacon, which just pings off from wherever they're standing and lights everyone up through the walls for you and your team. And then their ultimate which is weird, it's vision goggles, which gives them Widowmaker vision. So they see everyone through walls.
Okay.
And it specifically says you get Sam Fisher's pistol, and more or less, from what I've seen, it's golden gun. So you
Nice.
get vision plus golden gun.
Nice.
Anytime I see the goggle go, I'm like, yeah, I'm noping. Because you can see where it pulses from originally. I was like, yeah, no, I'm gone.
Yeah, fair.
And then DeadSec, which is sort of your disruptors. I haven't seen a whole lot of DeadSec because, as I said, it's behind either a $10 paywall or 700,000 XP, which, as I said, I'm halfway to that, completing that, and I'm at rank 25. And as far as I can tell, your highest rank is 50. But they're your disruptors. Their two abilities consist of they throw out a spider drone that searches for enemies and latches onto their face. Just full on, all you see is spider drone on your screen and being invisible. And then they have a hack which they can take control of any deployables. So like the Phantom Shield, Cleaner's Incendiary Drone, Libertad's Healing Zone, and I don't think they can take anything at echelons, but more or less they can just be, oh, you got that? Mine. And now it's their teams. And again, I don't know, haven't seen many DeadSec, I don't remember what their ultimate is.
Let me ask you a question on this.
So-
So, like, you're enjoying it, right? But like and I've seen some pretty solid conversation around it besides the hitbox, which that's a fair criticism. Is this a game that has the potential to stick around, or is this the flavor of the month? Like, well, what is this? Because in a PvP shooter space, or it's third or first person, we can both agree, especially in the free to play, it's a crowded space.
Yes.
So is this the flavor of the month, or is this something that has the ability to stick around for a bit?
It currently flavor of the month because it is a first person shooter with its own sort of spin. My only thing with it that I feel like is sort of selling it for me is just that it's objective based.
That's fair. That's
So-
fair. I like objective based stuff too.
Because most shooters that come out are either BR or just simple team deathmatch, things like that. Very just ground based shooters. I mean, my biggest thing with this is that it does have the escort mode, which is unique in its own way because very few, I feel like FPS have sort of that mode. I mean, there's a lot of hero shooters that do it,
Yeah.
but strict FPS, not so much. So it is a little bit different. My big sell for it is how are they going to integrate new factions and then more game modes.
Okay, and that could potentially kind of sway the narrative if it's flavor of the month or something that can stick around a lot longer.
Yeah, because I mean, with the bit of like people I heard using mics in game, a lot of them were just like, "Yeah, this may be my Black Ops until Black Ops comes out."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I haven't played it, but it sounds like it's a great intermediary game.
It very much is.
I don't think I have a feeling it's not going to be people's like, yeah, this is what I'm going to play all the time. But at least it sounds like it's probably a good like, I'm tired of playing Warzone for the night or something. I'm going to go hop on XDefiant or something like that.
It very much is. So I feel like it does have a longevity, just being able to be one of those games that are out that people like go back to here periodically because, and I call it a faction shooter, but initially when I was playing, I was calling it in my head an arcade shooter.
Okay.
Because I mean, you can just create a playlist with just the mode you want to play, and I mean, matchmaking's fairly quick right now. And most matches, I don't think I've had a match last longer than 15 minutes. So they're fairly quick, bite-sized matches. I mean, and a lot of times it's even quicker than 10 minutes just because currently how it's set up, it's usually fairly dominant on one side or the other. You're either on the team that's going to pub stomp everyone or you're on the team that's getting pub stomped.
So it hadn't been really competitive so far.
No, I have had very few very competitive like match-made games.
Okay.
So I could very see people rage quitting if they're constantly getting on teams that.
Why is that? Do you think it's like just people adjusting to the game, the hitbox problem? Like what
I
is
think
it?
it's a mix right now.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, because like obviously, you want to go into these games and kick ass. That's obvious. I think we can all agree on that. But at the same time, I would like to have some competitive games too.
In which I saw it in some of the like games I've been playing because like it is a shooter, but it does have its tacticalness to it because I very much enjoy the maps. Every single map I absolutely love.
Okay.
Just because, especially the longer form maps, because they have a good spread of close quarters plus long range for the set of weapons, because you have your generic assault rifle, SMG, LMG, marksman rifle, sniper rifle, and shotgun. Double barrel shotgun with shield is amazing. So I do enjoy how the maps are laid out, because it does allow for versatility without whatever loadout you want to do. Some of the smaller objective maps, which is like the Occupy, Domination, and whatnot, is a very much cluster and open, because there is not a moment or a spot in any of those maps where I'm just like, I'm safe here. I always have the fear, regardless where I'm on that map, even in my spawn point, I was like, there's probably a guy behind me about to shoot me in the ass. Because almost guaranteed, I was like, all right, I got to kill. Guaranteed.
Right.
And like, as I said, a longer form maps have a very good map design in which there's a solid mix of close quarters plus long range capability throughout the entire map of all 3 zones from beginning to end, which allows for a nice versatility and use of abilities. If you're creative, and like in the games where I was on dominant teams, there was a very hard tell, because I saw people, we were doing full clears of the map during Occupy. Like, there'd be 1 or 2 people on the drones who would move forward. Everyone else were on the wings just going corner, 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 corner. Versus the teams when I lost, that people were just charging in, getting gunned down. I was like, okay, game's over.
Okay. So overall, how is this going to be just your flavor of the month? Like, I mean, like how long you see yourself playing this?
I mean, I'll probably stick with it for a little bit, because I mean, I'm jumping between it and Tekken 8 right now, because I still got my Tekken 8 fix. So
also makes it nice where it's just a free to play game. You know, just hop in, try it out. I also saw, which this I think is also, I personally think this is the W. I saw someone talk about how the download size is not that big.
Oh yeah, no, it's insignificant.
Yeah, like I was just like, all right, that's a win for this game. Is like the download size. I don't want to put numbers out there, but I know like that I saw an article about it where it's just like it's a very small download size compared to other.
It's
FPS.
insanely small.
I don't remember what it was, but compared to other games in the genre, it's small.
I mean, for Xbox, it's 28 gigs.
Yeah, it was. I knew it was something low. I was thinking like 30ish is what I thought it was. So I mean that's small.
So it barely took an hour for it to download.
Yeah. So that's also a nice entry point for the game, just being free to play, small download size, whatever. I gotta say, I really like the faction stuff about how it's all based on their IPs. Like that's cool.
Yeah, and I mean, the game does sort of have its. It has challenges to sort of promote you to do different playstyles, like because you only start out with basic loadouts, and you unlock everything, guns, characters, and everything by just doing objectives, which gun based in. All the characters, you start with 1 character in each faction, and you unlock the other 2 through ability use. So it forces you to learn how to use the abilities, which, as far as I'm the only one who plays Rhino and Phantoms, because to get them, you have to get 25 shield kills. And that shield is mean, man. It does 50 on punch.
See, I would love to play with the shield. The shield sounds fun.
It is fun, because no one knows what to do with it unless they're a cleaner. So I literally just shield.
Man, there was nothing like trolling with a riot shield back in the day on COD. That was great.
Shields are cool and all, but firebomb.
Firebomb's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
They answered everything.
Some of the other stuff you mentioned, I was like, yeah, that sounds cool, but
firebomb, fire.
I mean, I unlocked everyone on Phantom, and now I'm currently unlocking everyone on Cleaner. So
okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not going and download this game when we're done. You know what? I'm downloading it right now.
I mean, it's fun. I mean, it's a good time. If you got nothing else going on, it's a very good time killer.
As long as my... Well, actually, no. I don't think I can. I lost power. So I think I lost power from the storms last night. So I think I have to like reconnect my Xbox to do remote. So I don't think I can. I don't think I can download it from here, unfortunately. Let me see if I can. Because you've got me interested. Oh, Davin downloaded it too. Shout out to Dav.
Hey,
Shout out to Dav. Let me install to this console. Is it going to work? Awesome. It's downloading. All right. I got that thing.
And I'm going to be honest. I mean, if whoever's working on it at Ubisoft, they have plenty of to work with for like factions. Because like legitimately, with the 5 factions from the 5 games they've already chosen, they can literally just pull dozens of more factions in from just those games alone.
Right.
Like each Far Cry literally has two sides of either the villain side plus whatever hero side you're on. Ghost Recon has so many Ghost Recon games from back in the 90s. They can literally pull from anything. They could literally use Siege. They could pull characters from Siege to throw in this if they really wanted to get weird with it. And if they want to get really weird with it, I was thinking the other day, I was like, Ubisoft has a lot of IPs that they can do with it. I mean, if they want to keep it modernized, they could do like a modern crew Assassin's Creed, or they can be real weird and throw Rayman in there.
Oh, that'd be awesome. that would really throw it out. Throw it for a curveball.
I mean, I don't think they would throw Rayman in there, but I mean, they have the option.
Also, I don't know why this popped in my head with all this conversation, but did you also see, from all the stuff they can pull from? Did you guys see the Division Heartland was canceled? Did you guys see that?
Nope.
Yeah, Ubisoft pulled the plug on it.
That's rough.
Yeah, so unfortunate on that. No, I mean, XDefiant actually sounds pretty sick. I kind of stayed away from a lot of the conversation around it. Waiting for you because, just to put it in perspective for the listeners. All right, it's pretty rare for one of these guys to shoot in the Discord, add this to the script. So as soon as I saw that, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm looking forward to this.
Well, usually, when I have a topic I want to talk about, it's very well known in advance.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. So I kind of stayed away from a lot of the news. I mean, the hitbox thing kind of filtered into my timeline.
Yeah.
That was about the only thing, which I saw that they're working on patching that out. But it actually sounds like a pretty solid game. Yeah. So I got to download it. I think I'm going to try it tonight.
Alternatively, for me, I've seen nothing.
Well, see, there you go. There you go. You can go in completely blind. Yeah, I
mean, I didn't even realize it had released. The only reason I even knew it was a thing is because, one, I was messing with streamer stuff, and I just happened to see one of the VTuber streamers I watch her playing, and I went, oh yeah, Ubisoft's squad shooter thing. And then I launched my Xbox, and it was just right there, and I was like, oh, it released. Sure, why not?
Yeah, we've talked about this before. Zach is the ultimate, yeah, sure, I'll try it. We talked about this last week, whatever. Zach is always ready to try pretty much anything just to give it a shot. You never know. You could find a new favorite game. But no, it actually sounds really cool. Like I said, I got to download it. I'm going to try it later tonight. So I'm going to be looking forward to that. Anything else that you want to shout out about it? Feel good about it?
Yeah. It's currently in preseason. That's going to last for about a month and some days.
Right. I think, I saw that too. I saw that too on my timeline. So
I still give props for Ubisoft that it's just all cosmetic stuff related for microtransactions, and everything else is unlockable just through game expansion. So
I want the record to be known right now with both you boys. I will not turn this game on and go immediately to the store. I just want to get that established right now. I know you guys gave me shit about that a couple weeks ago. I will not do that for this game. I promise I will not go straight to the store. I will go into the game, not the store.
Even if you do, there's not much there. So
it is nice that Ubisoft can release a game that they're not just trying to monetize out the ass.
Yeah.
Facts, because that is the standard. I also saw with that where I think, I don't remember what the exact details were, but I think Assassin's Creed Shadows had the same thing.
It has the same problem that Outlaws has.
Yeah, where
Seriously?
it's got DLC ready day one, basically. And it's just that pisses me off.
Well, it's that, there's missions locked behind pre-order.
Yeah.
There's...
So it's literally the scummy thing again of DLC that's already on the disc you own. You just can't access it.
Yeah, that, and there's additional skill points, cosmetics, and stuff that are locked behind it. I think it's just a few cosmetics and 5 skill points are locked behind an Ultimate Edition that is $60 more than the base price in the game.
Yep. Ubisoft pisses me off. That's why I'm shocked to hear such positivity out of one of their games. But God, they make me mad.
They gotta do one decent every now and then.
Yeah, true.
But it's very funny because it's very obvious that not many people spend money on XDefiant, because I see one every 6 games that someone has a cash item. I was like, okay.
In terms also of Ubisoft and their games and stuff, I saw this and I thought it was funny. With Skull and Bones next season, the game's going to be free to play for like a week, and I'm just like, yeah, I imagine that quadruple A game needs to go to free to play because no one's fucking playing it.
They lost 90% of their player base.
Yeah, like of course it's going to go free to play. Trying to get someone to come play this quadruple A game.
I forgot that came out.
Yeah, it's about to be free to play for the start of the new season, so you can give it a shot. I actually might try it just to see how bad it is.
I'm gonna need to know that date.
All right, I'll get the date for you. I saw it on Twitter earlier, so I'll get the date and I'll let you know so you can try it out.
I'll give it a go.